Hello world, welcome back to Razor RC, and we got a new kit in the workshop today, the Team Associated B6.3. So this just came out about a week ago, two-wheel drive electric 10 scale race buggy. You already know that if you're watching this, and we're going to do a little unboxing today. So I've owned every Team Associated two-wheel drive buggy since the B5. So I had the B5, the B5M, B6, B61, B62, and then now finally the B6.3. Now this comes in two different versions, of course, the B6.3 as well as the D version, D being dirt. My local track is carpet, so I picked up the regular B6.3, and there are some minor changes in this kit. We'll go through them kind of, as we do the unboxing. Make sure you get the correct version when you go to your local hobby shop. There are two different barcodes depending on which version you get. Make sure you get the one with the right barcode. And yeah, so we're going to do a little unboxing. In terms of updates, they got a new slipper with the Octo-Lock system, so it just holds in a little bit better. They first introduced that in the B74.1. They got carbon fiber steering blocks instead of the aluminum ones from before. Front and rear anti-roll bars, steel servo weight. I don't think that's changed. And then one of the big differences, they now have a chassis mounted servo rather than a side rail mounted servo, so should provide a little more precision. They did change a little carbon fiber shock tower covers. One really nice thing about these kits are that they do have shock tower covers. The fan mount, I think, had a slight change to it, if I recall. Not 100% sure, but yeah, and then all your usual stuff. Well, they did change the rear pivots on this thing, so they are now I think about 3 millimeters wider. I think 1.5 millimeters per side. And then easy access disc, no change, lay down, no difference there. Two-piece rear aluminum hubs. Not sure, I don't think there's any changes on that either. So yeah, let's kind of get into it. Anything else here on the box? Not really. So of course we gotta open up the seals. Sealed for your protection. As you can see, I have not actually opened this up yet, so not 100% sure what's in the box. I have an inkling because Team Associated hasn't changed too much over the last couple iterations. And here we go. Big bag of bags. Let's just kind of cut this thing open. See if we can't see what's inside this box. So yeah, B6.3, not a whole lot going on. I mean, honestly, the last couple changes have been kind of minor. The B6.2 and the 3. Honestly, the 6.2 was only out for about 14 weeks or so. Or yeah, 14 months or so. So it looks like we got the shock stuff. So I believe they have maybe a new shock cup. 0 plus 2 plus 4. I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of shock cups, and there's plastic shock caps. Here's all your little rod ends, springs. I believe it's blue and red. Shocks, aluminum shocks, titanium nitride coated shock shafts, all your standard seals, machined pistons. I believe they're I want to say 1.5 and 1.6. I'm not 100% sure. Turnbuckles. Little turnbuckle wrench you will want to use because it's a 1/8 inch turnbuckle, steel, nothing too different there. Battery strap, which does now actually have additional bracing bar, like a bracing turnbuckle. I don't see that in this particular bag. Oh no, there, I think that must be it right there. There you go, the turnbuckles. They got these slim wheel nuts now. Here's the little plastic pieces for that battery brace. So yeah, a couple new parts in the battery strap to have an additional brace, optional bracing. Rear hubs, I don't think have changed at all. Hinge pins look the same. Steel ball studs, inserts, 5 millimeter rear hexes, bearings. Here's a steering rack. Top plate I think has changed slightly. This sort of camber block now integrates into the top plate. Looks like we got the transmission case. adjustable diff heights, Octolock spur gear. There you can see that aluminum rear camber block. There is your slipper system. I did pick up some additional parts, so I will not be using the slipper. I'll be using the factory slipper linear. So rear arms, pill inserts. These arms are flippable to get kind of this in-between mounting position for your shocks. So one hole on one side, two on the other. And then the wider rear pivots, like I mentioned, I think they're 3 millimeters wider than before. 69 millimeter drive shafts. I think 73 millimeter arms. And then here's the body. I again don't think this has changed. You will have to cut that body yourself. Here's the rear wing. Standard rear wing. Couple of front wings, that's pretty nice. So 2 front wings, I think they're identical. No change there. And then we got the steering blocks, spindles. Hopefully they look, well, this piece looks a little different than before. I wonder if they've changed the steering blocks, because they always had this problem where they weren't quite straight. You kind of had to file them down. Carbon fiber steering arms, looks like a 0 and +3 millimeter bushings. So they do come with the correct bushings, although only a single set of those. So if you want to run the dirt setups, you generally will need another set. Aluminum front axles, really nice. They've had that for years now, maybe 4 or 5 years. Side rails are a little bit different because they do not include the servo mounts anymore. Looks like, what is this, gull wing? What does that mean? Looks like gull wing shock tower, I guess is what they're saying. So now it looks like the shock towers are engraved with the actual arms you should match them with. They are slightly different. They kind of have these in-between holes now rather than 3 equally spaced holes. Little 35, 25 degree kick-up plate, bumper, shock tower covers, nice and new. Looks like they did change the plastic molds on these a little bit, so some of these parts look like they're on new molds. Like this top brace definitely looks different. Steel ESC tray. I do not believe, no, I think it does come with the servo weight as well. We'll see. Looks like front sway bar, so that is nice. They included that. The +3 millimeter chassis for the B6. I think the D comes with the 0 millimeter chassis, so carpet you want a little bit longer in general. 5K shock fluids, 5K diff fluids, looks like 35 weight rear, 45 weight front. You know, the smaller bottles that they've been using for a little while now. Looks like a little addendum. What is this? Different, I guess they forgot the front steel hinge pin brace and some little instructions. Not sure what that is for. A little bit of Velcro stickers, really small sticker sheet, 3M tape, window mask, antenna tube if you have an antenna for some reason. And then, yeah, that's a pretty cool looking paint scheme. I like it. But the B6.3. So yeah, that's pretty much what's in the box. Honestly, kind of a minor change, and obviously in the last year, not a lot of racing has been going on. So I was a little surprised they came out with a new version of the B6.3, because my B6.2 honestly did not get a whole lot of use in the last year, and so it was pretty new. Ended up selling that, yeah, you know, always nice to get a fresh kit and check things out. Not 100% sure what these shock pistons are. Let's see if I can read that. I cannot read that. Probably on the other side. Not 100% sure what the shock pistons are on this thing, but we'll have to see. So yeah, there you go, B6.3, brand new race buggy from Team Associated. A little bit of a letdown, not a whole lot of changes, but we'll see how this thing actually performs. And I was looking through some setup sheets out there. Oh yeah, I also wanted to show off other parts I'll be running. So slipper eliminator, direct drive, part number 91800. I'll put links to the description below. Going to be running Wits Racing ceramic bearings, so they got a brand new set of these. We got a 20% off coupon code as well, so definitely save some money, and probably one of the least expensive ways to add some additional speed to your spec vehicle. Did pick up the J Concepts steel front bulkhead. Just adds a little more weight way down low. Not sure if I'll run this or not, but adds a little more durability. They do make brass ones as well, but the steel ones I think are a little more durable. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the B6.3 unboxing. Let me know if you had any questions or if you're thinking about picking one of these up. I'm going to be putting this together over the next week or so, and so look for a build video soon. Thanks for watching. Definitely hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Look for more videos soon. Take care now.